all blue stockings, whilst Romania, they're in all yellow this afternoon. Well, the early touches are from the Ukrainian fullbacks. They're attacking the left to right of us in this first half. The ball will quickly go back to Andrei Lunin between the sticks, played out in towards the path of Ilya Zabani, who temporarily lost possession, but Ukraine gathered back and darting forward on that right hand side towards the halfway, where Dovbyk is looking for possession. It goes out wide towards Mikhailo Mudryk on the left hand side, steps in field towards the edge of the area. Mudryk on the edge of the D, he's got two up against, looks to thread it forward, but cleared away by Romania towards the halfway, where it's going to be picked up by Alexander Zinchenko, who will in turn play it all the way back to Andrei Lunin in the Ukrainian goal. Well, prior to this game getting underway, they did have Ukraine as the heavy favourites to go on and win the tie, 17-20 with the odds compilers compared to the 7-2 that you could have found from Romania. 5-2 the draw. If you're listening to this transmission in the United Kingdom, it is 18 plus at begambleaware.org. If you're listening to this broadcast around the world, please do check with the laws involving gambling in your local territory. Well, it's the first touch of the ball for Nita, the Romanian goalkeeper, who launches it long, direct play. Don't often see route one from a goalkeeper in the modern game. The ball flicked back by Nikola Matvienko in towards the path of Andrei Lunin in the Ukrainian goal, shipped out by Zabani in towards the possession of Yukin Konopia. Now back towards Zabani again. Konopia forward towards the halfway, where the ball finds itself in the possession of Viktor Gankov, 5 yards from the edge of the Ukrainian half on the Romanian half, shall I say, on that right hand side. Ball played in the middle of own half. Ukraine dominating possession in the opening couple of minutes or so. What is a very warm afternoon in Munich, 23 degrees the temperature at kickoff, and it is a sea of yellow everywhere you look around the Munich football arena this afternoon. The Romanian fans have come out in force. The Ukrainian fans are also coming out in what is their usual home colours, the yellow, but designate the away privileges this afternoon, so have had to change to the blue for this particular encounter. 2 minutes gone, and it's Ukraine on the attack. Ball nearly brought down by Dovbyk. It was direct over the top from the left hand side. Dovbyk was going to bring it down on his left foot, but just too heavy, and comfortably in towards the path of Nita in the Romanian goal. Got the better of Draguș, the Tottenham Hotspur defender, to get onto the ball. But what a season Martin Dovbyk has had. The Liga's Golden Boot winner, having scored 24 goals in 36 matches in his debut campaign in the Spanish League. He's been, perhaps unsurprisingly, a part of interest for many sides, some in the Premier League, but they reckon it's Atletico Madrid, according to sources, that are the favourite to sign him in the summer following a breakout season in the Spanish top flight, as Romania get their first real foray forward in this first half. 3 minutes gone, the ball on the halfway, and it's in the possession of the captain Nikolai Stanciu in the middle on the halfway, plays it out in towards the possession of Florian Coleman, goes out towards the right hand side, 15 yards inside the Ukrainian half. Ball chipped over the top in towards the penalty area. He was looking to find Stanciu again, the Romanian captain, with his mullet, which is very much a standout feature of his, but he was unable to get a hold of it, and Lunin can comfortably gather towards his near post for Ukraine. 3.5 minutes gone then here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Romania 0, Ukraine 0. Romania top their European Championship qualification group, which involved the likes of Switzerland in there, unbeaten in their 10 matches, but they're up against it early on here, because Ukraine again on this left hand side, but an attack towards the edge of the penalty area. The ball in the path of Shaparenko in the middle, played short in towards the path of Zigankov, another one of the Corona breakout stars last season as they finished third in the league. It's him in possession again on this right hand side, was being pressed to the ball by Florian Coleman for Romania. Back inside the Ukrainian half it goes, direct over the top, the crossfield ball looking to find its way in towards the possession of Viktor Sinkov towards the edge of the penalty area, but it's a comfortable take for Nita in the Romanian goal. Referee this afternoon, by the way, is Glenn Nyberg of Sweden. It's his first senior major tournament he's refereed, although he did referee the under-20s World Cup final last year when Uruguay beat Italy by 1-0. Who goes out of play. It's going to be a Romanian throw on the left-hand side as they attack just inside the Ukrainian half. The Romanian team being managed by Edward Iordănescu, who celebrated his 46th birthday yesterday, was appointed back in January 2022 and has returned Romania to a major tournament after an absence of 8 years. In fact, he becomes the first father and son pairing to manage a side at the European Championships. His father, Edward Iordănescu, did so at Euro 2000. You may remember that game that tournament very vividly for Romania as an England fan, because it was their win against England which knocked them out of the group stages of that particular tournament. Well, Marin has conceded a foul for the Romanians here. So Ukraine with a free kick, 6 minutes gone, goalless here. It's Zinchenko who plays the ball short, around about 5 yards from the edge of opposition territory. Now in towards the path of Konopia, who came in more centrally, now out towards the far side, the left hand side, where Mudryk looks to step in front. There's two against it towards the edge of the box. Cross goes in towards the near post where Dovbyk was there, but it's going to be cleared away by Stanciu for Romania, and cleared away only as far as Zinchenko on the left hand side, who plays it forward in towards the path of Stepanenko, who in turn was looking to play it along that left hand side in towards the path of Mikhailo Mudryk, but the ball trickles out of play for Romania throw. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian side, managed by Serhii Ribrov, who spent time in the Premier League in his playing career. And as far as his managerial CV is concerned, he's twice won domestic titles with Dynamo Kiev. He's on the Hungarian title 3 times with Ferencváros, and on the title in the United Arab Emirates with Al Ain. Scored at a World Cup against Saudi Arabia in 2006, but never played in the European Championships as a player, and so this is his first taste of the Euros as a manager, and so far it's been so good for the Ukrainians, who had the ball in the box here. Dovbyk turning back to go inside the ahead, two up against him, then an effort on the left boot of Zinchenko is only half clear, and it comes back out to him again, around about 25 yards out from goal. Played short in towards the possession of Konopia. Now on the halfway it goes again. Ukraine in possession on the half, played out towards Zabani on the right hand side, short in towards the possession of Vienko, out towards Zinchenko, left hand side, 5 yards inside the Romanian half, forward in towards the path of Mudryk, towards the edge of the Peltier, has two defenders up against him on this left hand side, look to pull the trigger back, but it's cleared away by Romania, who have possession on the right hand side, and now they drive their way forward in towards Ukrainian territory. Played infield, looking to find its way in towards the path of Denis Draguș, but it's going to be given away in one back. It's Koman's going to have an effort from distance, around about 25 yards out from goal, through the laces of his right foot, but it's a comfortable catch for Andrei Lunin in the Ukrainian goal, and play just going to be pulled back for a second with a Ukrainian player on the ground. It's Zabani who has taken a knock, went in for a challenge against Razvan Marin, who then knocked the ball away, but then threw the man at the same time, and so Barney back up on his feet, but just a little bit wounded by that particular challenge. Play's going to restart with a uncontested drop ball. 8.5 minutes gone here at the Munich football arena. It's Romania 0, Ukraine 0 here in this Group E first round tie from UEFA Euro 2020 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary. So it's ball launched forward and directing towards the path of Dovbyk, right hand side towards the edge of Peltier. Two defenders up against him, plays it back in towards the path of Zinchenko. Now towards the halfway where it's in the possession of Zabani. Goes forward along that line, still in possession. Now played out in towards the path of Konopia. Now towards Shaparenko. Half nicked by Romania, but it's going to be picked back up by Zabani, around about 5 yards from the edge of the Romanian half. Played out again towards Mudryk on this left hand side, who's got Stanciu for company towards the edge of the penalty area. Can't really miss the Romanian number 2 with his blue highlighted hair. It's Sidakov who has possession of the ball, goes down to the ground, the ball goes out of play. It was Draguș who was watching the ball go out, and it's going to be referring to Romania on the right hand side as forward in this first half. Him and Sidakov having a little bit of a get together, the Ukrainian man going down to the ground, but the referee saying that he more slipped than it was a case of Draguș tripped him, so play will go on as per. And it's Ukraine who have possession. They've regathered it from the throne, and they have it on the halfway towards the possession of Konopia, who has Vienko alongside him, exactly who he does find. Now lays it out towards the far left hand side and towards Alexander Zinchenko for Ukraine, 5 yards from the edge of the Romanian half. In towards the path of Zabani now, halfway inside his own territory, but now beginning to drive forward towards the halfway line. The Romanian player just happy just to sit back and soak up this bit of possession for as long as it's in the Ukrainian half. 10 minutes gone here in the Munich Football Arena. Romania 0, Ukraine 0. Score from Group E on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Ukraine getting off to the brighter start of the two. They're going to have another throw. Chip ball over the top was looking to find Mikhailo Mudryk. It was snuffed down by the Romanian defence, and so it's going to be a throw into Ukraine on the left-hand side, around about 30 yards out from the Romanian goal. Taken short in towards the possession of Sudakov. Down a play for another throw into Ukraine. It was Andrei with the final touch for Romania. Who plays his football for Rayo Vallecano in Spain. This is his 18th cap, 1 goal to his name. Throwing taken short towards the edge of the penalty area is Dovbyk, looking to get the better with 2, was tripped up inside the penalty area, appealed for a penalty, waved away by the referee Glenn Nyberg of Sweden. But the first real opportunity that Dovbyk's had to really influence the game in front of goal, and Ukraine go forward again. Zigankov, right hand side, now has to move infield around about 30 yards out from goal, plays it along the line towards Sudakov, and they're out towards the left hand flank and in towards the possession of Zinchenko along that left hand side. Sudakov's made the one out there, as has Mudryk inside the area. He's got 2 up against him, plays it back towards Sudakov, edge of the area, has a shot on the side of his right boot, deflected and cleared away by Romania, only as far as Zabani, who makes the recovering run and picks up the recovery ball. This is Zinchenko, playing out in towards the path of Shaparenko on the halfway, forward along the line on the halfway for Ukraine, goes out in towards the possession of Colombia. It's around about 10 yards inside the Romanian half. Ukraine play it back inside their own territory. It's now in towards the path of Zigankov, who was playing the crossfield ball out from the right hand side, but it's going to trickle out of play for a Romanian throw on the right hand flank. 12.5 minutes gone. Romania 0, Ukraine 0 here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. This is Group E. The other 2 teams in this group, Belgium and Slovakia, they go head to head at 5 o'clock this evening, and you can listen to that game here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. You also have live commentary of the big game this evening between Austria and France. That on top of every single match from UEFA Euro 2024 is going to be live for you here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Romania look to move their way forward. Flicked ball over the top by Koman, was looking to find its way in towards Draguș, but it's going to be cleared away by Ukraine, but only half cleared. One back by Romania. Edward Iordănescu on the right hand side towards the edge of the box. Zinchenko for company, who does well to recover the situation towards the edge of his box, and Ukraine look to clear their lines. Now look to break their way forward. It's a bursting one forward, a fantastic one forward by Zigankov, who's got his Corona teammate Dovbyk inside the penalty area. He's got 2 up against it, gets a crossing on his right foot, which takes a deflection in towards the path of Florin Nita, and Ukraine showing some real dangerous signs on the counter-attack. Zigankov busted a gut to get to the ball just beyond the halfway, just when it looked like it was just going to run away from him on the right hand side. Dovbyk made the one up against a couple of defenders inside the penalty area, just keeping himself alert and hungry enough. Zigankov trying to get the cross in, but couldn't find his club teammate. Reminder what's coming up on Flash Score. Belgium Slovakia at 5 o'clock tonight with Joshua Edu Donker. Austria v France at 8 with Fergal Brennan. And then tomorrow, Turkey against Georgia from 5 o'clock with Sam May. And I'll be back with you tomorrow evening from 8 o'clock for Portugal against the Czech Republic. Every game live. Do check the Flash Score app to see when your team is playing and when. If you miss any of the action and can't listen to us, then don't forget to click the notifications. You'll get all the goals first as Romania drive down this right hand side. Stanciu around about 25 yards out from goal, stuffed out by the Ukrainian defence, and it's Mudryk who recovers and just about does so. Zinchenko plays it out towards the far left hand side. We're looking to find Matvienko. Now ball in towards the path of Shapanenko. Forward along the middle towards the halfway, where Zigankov has possession in the middle. He was pretty much on the halfway line. It's along the right hand side and in towards the position of Sudakov. Now Matvienko in possession just inside the Romanian half. I should say the atmosphere as we pass the quarter of an hour mark in Munich has been quite a festive one. Romanian fans looking to make the most of this experience, and there is a expectation in Romania that there is an ambition about this side, and that realistically Romanian football needs to perform on the big stages once again. And there is a feeling in the press in Romania and amongst supporters that this side is getting better, closer to the tournament. That was despite having an unbeaten qualification campaign, winning 6, drawing 4, losing none of their 10 matches in a group which features Switzerland, Israel, Belarus, Kosovo and Andorra. Only scored 16 goals, but at the same time only conceded 5, so perhaps not a surprise that this is quite a cagey opening quarter of an hour to this tie. But Romania now move their way forward. Ball goes out towards the left hand side in towards Koma, edge of the penalty area. He's got Konopia up against him, played short towards the path for Stanciu, the captain, towards the edge of the D. Turning on the ball was Draguș, the main striker for Romania, but it's cleared away by Ukraine. Had possession with Zinchenko, and it's played along the line towards Ilya Zabani, who for some, even in a side that has the league as top goal scorer, many pundits and commentators in Ukraine are saying that Zabani is the glue which holds this Ukrainian side together, known as a good reader of the game. Former centre-back, settled in well at the Cherries from the get-go following his move to the south coast from Dynamo Kiev in January 2023. Appeared in all but one game for the Cherries in the Premier League last season, as Ukraine move their way forward again on this left-hand side. Moving infield is Surikov. Mudryk was making the overlapping run, but concedes a foul. It's going to be a free kick to Romania, just off centre towards the right-hand side. Surikov, who brought the ball down unconvincingly on his right foot, slipped on the surface, did well to get himself back on his feet, but then as he moved infield, clipped Marin on his right foot, and as a consequence conceded a free kick. Now Ukraine, actually, as far as their kit's concerned, they had to reproduce it again, because what was pressed earlier on this afternoon was the fixture was correct, Romania against Ukraine, but they accidentally printed the Belgian flag that was embroidered on their shirts instead of that of Romania prior to this game getting underway. But it is an error which has been very quickly rectified ahead of kickoff, which was at 3 o'clock local time in Bavaria. And as far as their record of the European Championships is concerned, this is their 4th consecutive appearance. Appeared for the first time as co-hosts in 2012 alongside Poland. Since then they've qualified for every tournament, making it through to the quarter-finals in 2020 before losing 4-0 to England, who were in their qualifying group, finished 3rd, qualified through the playoffs, beating Iceland by 2-1. It was Mikhailo Mudryk who scored a late winner in that particular match to secure their berth through. They made the playoffs courtesy of their 2022-23 Nations League form, finishing 3rd in their qualifying group, which featured England and Italy. As Ukraine have possession on the edge of the area. This is Konopia on the right hand side, played back towards Zigankov. Romania pushed the ball back around about 20-30 yards. This is Zabani, played along the line towards his central defensive colleague Matvienko. Zabani again plays it out in towards the possession of Shaparenko on the right hand side, around about 35 yards out from goal. Pushing the ball forward again is Matvienko. Ukraine really struggling to find that out ball. Romania have been stout defensively, have kept a very good shape in their 4-1-4-1 formation in the first 20 minutes or so, but Ukraine now looking to break them down. They're trying to pass their way through this Romanian defence. They've dominated possession in the opening 20 minutes or so, with 73% of the ball compared to the 27% of Romania so far, although Romania do have the only shot on target in these opening 19.5 minutes, and they come away with possession again out on the right hand side. Ball lofted forward directly from the halfway, but it's going to trickle straight out of play for a Ukrainian goal kick, which is going to be taken by Andrei Lunin, much to the frustration of Edward Iordănescu, who, since his appointment in January 2022, they had a poor Nations League campaign, relegated to Group C in a group containing Bosnia, Montenegro and Finland, but since then has been able to turn their fortunes around. And there is a quiet belief that even if it's not at this tournament, Romanian football is heading back into a good place. But Ukraine again on the attack, and on your right hand side, cross goes in, right footed towards the back stick where Dovbyk was lurking, but the ball was just too high for him, so didn't make an attempt to jump. Ball cleared away only as far as the half, where Ukraine had possession again with the captain Stepanenko, who has the ball again, played out in towards the possession of Shaparenko, who's out to the right hand side of Knop again. This time the cross does go in on the right foot to Bob. Dovbyk was looking to get there from around about 6 yards out, but it's as the ball went in by Knopio, it was hoisted away on the right boot of Berta. So it's going to be a corner kick to Ukraine, the first of this match, to be taken on the right hand side as they move forward. 21 minutes on the clock. Romania 0, Ukraine 0, the score here in Group E of these European Championships on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Zigankov to take, left footed towards the back stick, headed away at the near post. It comes back out and it falls again for Zinchenko. Looked to get the ball in towards danger, but Dovbyk, who has an effort from distance, the ball just fell to him around about 25 yards out. He was on the half turn with his back to goal before then firing an effort on his left boot. Just couldn't quite control it, just couldn't quite keep it down, and Florian Nita could watch it sail over his goal. This real opportunity Ukraine have had, despite the dominance that they've had in possession so far in this first half, but they looking to move forward again out on the right hand side, but the pass out towards Artem Dovbyk was just a bit too heavy, so it's going to be a Romania throw on the left hand side as we enter the halfway point of this first half. No goals, no incidents really to report as of yet from this E-tie from the Munich Football Arena, which is the first stadium in this tournament to host a second game. It hosted the opening match of the tournament between Germany and Scotland on Friday night, as Dovbyk comes away with possession. Thought he's going to knock it in towards the penalty area, had three Romanian bodies up against him. They managed to clear the ball away. It was Bercha in the end that managed to do so, and then the last touch came off of Shaparenko, so it's going to be a Romania throw on the left hand side adjacent towards the edge of their own penalty area. 22.5 minutes on the clock. Romania 0, Ukraine 0 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. They have possession defensively through Bercha. Draguș will watch it go out towards the right hand side, where they drive the ball forward with Dennis Mann. Towards the edge of the penalty area is Stanciu. Cross goes in right footed towards the near post, but nobody made the run in towards that 6 yard box, and it's going to be a comfortable take for Andrei Lunin in the Ukrainian goal. It's felt like something we've said oh too often when Romania have had opportunities in an attacking area, that the final ball execution hasn't quite been there, and the Ukrainian goalkeeper has really been able just to have simple catches so far in this opening period. A first half which do have a little spark. This is Konopia, short towards Zigankov inside the area on the right hand side. Ball knocked out of play by Bercha. There's going to be another corner for Ukraine on this right hand flank. Bercha, who making his 28th cap for his country tonight, started all 10 qualifying matches and played more minutes than any other player in their qualifying campaign. He and his defence are going to have to watch out another Ukraine corner, which is to be taken on the right hand side. It's going to be Viktor Zigankov to take again. He's going to swing it in on his left foot, this time towards the near post, and cleared away by the first man for Romania. The ball contested loosely in the middle of the Romanian half, but the ball's headed out of play. Last touch coming off of a Ukrainian body, and it's going to be a Romania throw on the left hand side in the middle of their own half. The middle of the first half here in Munich. Romania 0, Ukraine 0, the score on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. It's going to be Stanciu to take this throw in for Romania on the left hand side. Forward it goes, 5 yards inside Ukrainian territory, but a heavy touch by Denis Draguș. We'll see the ball go out for the Ukraine throw on the right hand side, much to the frustration of the Romanian coach Edward Iordănescu. So Dovbyk with possession towards the edge of the opposition half. Ball goes back in towards the possession of Matvienko. This is Dovbyk again towards the halfway for Ukraine. Short ball forward towards Stepanenko. Dovbyk out towards the right hand side. This is Zigankov towards the edge of the penalty area, right hand side. To thread the ball in towards the penalty area. Didn't quite have the bodies in there in terms of support, and so Romania able to clear their lines only as far as Dovbyk, who picks up on the right hand flank out towards the halfway and in towards the possession of Zinchenko. Bang on the centre circle. Just now creeping inside Romanian territory, plays it out towards Stepanenko, and this is Canopia, 10 yards inside the Romanian half on the right hand flank, goes back towards Dovbyk inside his own territory, plays it across in towards the possession of Matvienko. Again, Romania just happy just to sit back and then press as soon as they enter their own half. This is Stepanenko out towards Zigankov, right hand side towards the edge of the penalty area. He's got Koman up against him, plays it back in towards the. This is Shaparenko, looks to find Mudryk left hand side. He does in the end, looks to evade the rushing Andrei Ratiu, who manages to come away with possession for Romania, hooks it clear on his right foot on the right hand side forward, and it's a great ball in towards Draguș. The only issue he had was two Ukrainian defenders up against him, but now managed to clear the ball away in towards the edge of the area. This is Stanciu inside the box, looks to get the cross in. Ball's going to go out of play for a Romanian corner. The last touch coming off of Mikola Matvienko, had to make the recovery run. The first time Romania just catching Ukraine napping in a defensive sense. Initially Matvienko was beaten by the Romanian captain Nicolae Stanciu, but then second time after the cross went in and he managed to clear the ball out for the corner to Romania. It's just going to be taken down on their right hand side. 27 minutes gone, Romania 0, Ukraine 0 the score here in Group E at the Munich Football Arena. It's going to be taken by Dennis Mann, who's going to swing it in on his left boot. There is the option short, but he's going to swing it in towards the near post. It's cleared away by Dovbyk and hooked away by Zinchenko towards the halfway, where it's going to be picked up and pulled back in towards the possession of Florin Nita in the Romanian goal. This is Andrei Ratiu on the right hand side for Romania, ran about 10 yards on the edge of the Ukrainian half, plays it back in towards the path of his goalkeeper Nita, who will launch it forward, right footed out towards the left hand side, in towards the middle of the Ukrainian half, and away by Canopia, but one back by Draguș for Romania. Goes out towards the left hand side and in towards the possession of Stanciu, short to possession of Marin, who plays that pivot role for Romania. This is Stanciu, plays it out in towards the path of Man again. Forward it goes. Went loose up in the air, but flicked away eventually by Stepanenko for Ukraine, but Romania managed to regather possession. Cross fired in on the right hand side, right footed in towards the 6 yard box, but a comfortable take for Andrei Lunin in the Ukrainian goal, and Ukraine again now looking to build out from the back. Well, as I mentioned, a poignant day for Ukraine. The feeling back home is of national pride amidst the conflict in the region. And it's quoted that the straight foot, well, they give the ball away and Romania score! And it's Stanciu who picked up on the loose error to give Romania the lead in the 29th minute. A wonderful ball, a wonderful goal. It was given away by Mikola Matvienko on the edge of his penalty area, and then it was struck first time beautifully through the laces of the right foot of Nicolae Stanciu, and it is first blood to Romania here in the Munich Football Arena. Ukraine, who had dominated play in the first half an hour, find themselves behind. Half an hour on the clock. Romania 1, Ukraine 0. Ukraine, who looked so comfortable in possession, playing along the back. It goes back to the goalkeeper Lunin, who gives it away, and then Matvienko couldn't quite mark his lines. It goes in towards the path for Stanciu from the edge of the D, who strikes it first time through the side foot of his right boot in towards the top left hand corner. The goalkeeper Lunin from there stood no chance at all, and Romania, who've been restricted to just half opportunities have struck gold. And it's the captain who leads by example, Stanciu, who gets their first goal of the European Championships. It's his 15th goal for his country, the 31-year-old. Known as the tactical brain of the team, the goal scorer in the team. Romania 1, Ukraine 0. And it's Stanciu who gets the goal, and now it's all about the Ukrainian response, which looks like a quick one. Ball on back though by Romania, who'll go back in towards the path of Nita in the Romania goal. Flicked out towards the left-hand side, brought down by Stanciu towards the possession of Burke. Launches it forward down the left-hand side of his left foot, looking to find Draguș. It's only half cleared by Ukraine, and eventually the ball is going to trickle out for a Romania throw on the left-hand side, 5 yards inside the Romanian half. 31 minutes on the clock. It's Romania 1, Ukraine 0 here in Group E of UEFA Euro 2024 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Ball played forward, and the throw-in by Stanciu on the left-hand side, and the Romanian fans, who make up around about 2/3 of the overall capacity of this stadium, well, they're bouncing up and down in their bright yellow shirts, and so they should. We're just having a look at the replay of the goal by Stanciu. It was 21 yards out, and it was hit at a top speed of 116 kilometres an hour. A thunderous strike into the roof of the net. A goal that separates these two teams beyond the half-hour mark. We enter the 32nd minute here at the Munich Football Arena. Leading Ukraine by 0-0. Just as there was a little stoppage in play, both sets of teams were just taking on some hydration. I'm not sure what the stoppage was for. There was no clearly indicated injuries or anything like that, but it's going to get back underway. It's going to be a throw in to Romania. It's going to be taken by Stanciu, left-hand side, around about 30 yards out from goal. Played along the left-hand channel. Ukraine come away with it, but not before conceding a free kick. It was Draguș that was brought down to the ground by kickoff. So it's going to be a Romania free kick on the left-hand side. It's going to be swung in around about 20 yards out, pretty much towards the edge of the penalty area, but off to the left-hand side. Two looking over it from a Romanian perspective. Ukraine keeper tight wall. No more than 7 blue shirts occupying that defensive line. One player in the wall. It's going to be swung in by the captain Stanciu towards the near post. Flicked out a play for a corner on the left-hand side. And Romania now continues to grow in confidence after the goal. It's just kind of knocked the stuffing out of Ukraine a little bit, and Stanciu, the captain who got the opener, is going to take this corner for Romania, looking for a ball somewhere. The ball was so far out of play, it's into the posse of Romanian supporters who probably weren't aware of the ball going in their direction, such as the party they're having behind the goal to the left of us. Well, Stanciu's going to take, he's now got a ball, he's going to swing it in on his right foot from the left-hand side. He has got the option of Dennis Manshort, who was just having a quick conversation with him about how to take the corner. Meanwhile, Zinchenko and Draguș are just being reminded of their responsibilities not to push at the set piece. Corner's to be taken short. Man then swings it in second time on his left foot. Took a deflection, now cleared away by Ukraine in towards the possession of Sudakov, who was looking to move infield, but won back by Draguș in for Romania. Had possession on the halfway on the left-hand side, near side as we look at proceedings. Romania attacking the right to left of us in this first half. They get a throw, which is taken quickly by Stanciu in towards the penalty area, looking to find its way towards Draguș. Stanciu lost it out towards Ratiu on the right hand side in the middle of the Ukrainian half. This is Radlan Marin, but it flew in towards the penalty area, but cleared away by Ukraine in towards the possession of Nita, who will pick things up and go again for the Romanians. Final 10 minutes of this first half here at the Munich Football Arena. Romania leading Ukraine by a goal to nil. Stanciu striking the 29th minute. The difference between the two sides so far in this one is they look to move their way forward again, but the ball popped out of play for a Ukraine throw, and their manager Edward Iordănescu is no one to keep things cool. He's very much telling his players everything he feels, and he's frailing his arms out in the air, 10 to the dozen, as Ukraine look to get themselves back in the contest. This is Mudryk, left-hand side, around about 30 yards out. Now moving closer towards the penalty area. Has got Stanciu for company. Gets a cross in on his left foot and then headed out by Draguș. It looked as if for a second it was going to peer goalwards, but it goes out of play for a corner kick. Mudryk finally breaking free of Edward Iordănescu. Gets a cross in on his left foot. Headed out of play by Draguș. It had to before it found its way in towards Dovbyk, who was making the run in towards the 6-yard box. It's going to be cleared out of play for a corner to Ukraine, which is going to be taken on the right-hand side. And it's going to be taken by Viktor Tsigankov, this time taken short into the path of Sudakov. Now towards Tsigankov again, edge of the penalty area, now moves infield, cross goes in, left-footed towards the back post. Flicked away, only half clear. Zinchenko on the volley, and then fell in towards the path of Stepanenko, but he could only deflect it away from goal. And now Romania looking to counter-attack here. This is Marin playing back into the path of Rotia, right-hand side, driving now towards the middle of the Ukraine half. Towards the edge of the penalty area he goes. He's got Zinchenko up against him. Playing back in towards the possession of Marin, who was then making the darting run in towards the penalty area, but it's going to run out of play for a Ukraine goal kick. And how quickly defence could have gone into attack from a Romania perspective. Mudryk with a volley at goal which came off his own man, and then Romania looking to clear their lines, but then managing to get themselves forward on goal. But it's Ukraine again, dangerous on the attack. This is Tsigankov on the right hand side, snuffed out by Marin, cleared away on that left hand flank by Romania. Chasing back is Zabani for Ukraine, who will play it back in towards the path of Lunin between the sticks. Interestingly, over the last 15 minutes, Romania now have more possession than Ukraine. In the first 20 minutes or so, it was around about 73% in Ukraine's direction. But this is Dovbyk, back to goal, edge of the area, turns inside the box, plays that cross in towards the path of Tsigankov, who tried to get an effort on goal. It's going to fall to Mudryk here inside the penalty area, and eventually cleared away. Sudakov just couldn't quite get there towards the edge of the D. It was pinballed around the penalty area, but Romania managed to get it away. Matiu now driving forward on the right hand side towards the middle of the Ukraine half, plays it out in towards the path of Dennis Mann. Has an effort on goal, which just goes a whisker or two wide. It was well struck on his left boot. It was just trickled past the left-hand post, so around about a yard or two. Last touch came off of Alexander Zinchenko in the end, and it's going to go out for a Romanian corner on the left-hand side as they attack. 38.5 minutes gone. Romania 1, Ukraine 0 here in this Group E tie from Euro 2024 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Draguș, one of the big bodies moving their way forward for Romania, the Tottenham Hotspur man, as two is Razvan Marin, but it's going to be Stanciu to take it on the left hand side. He's going to swing it in on his right foot towards the back post, and nearly went in direct from the corner. I think it shaved the crossbar and then spat back out in play. Romania have it again on the right hand side towards the edge of the penalty area. This is Marin in possession, cleared away by Mudryk for Ukraine. Back though by Romania, but the play's going to stop temporarily. We're going to have a look at the corner that comes in again. Lunin was caught off his line, which is why he went direct, and actually it was a touch from Lunin which got it away. It looked as if initially it clipped off the crossbar, because Lunin managed to get it away and divert it from a danger, being embarrassment for the Real Madrid goalkeeper. So Ukraine have possession on the left hand side, in towards the position of Sudakov. Now Zinchenko as we enter the final 5 minutes or so of this first half. Shaparenko out towards Konopia, right hand side. Let me get the cross in. He's got Tsigankov, sure that's exactly who he finds. Now brings it infield in towards the path of Zabani, around about 30 yards out from goal. Draw towards Tsigankov again, in towards the possession of Stepanenko, plays it along the line out towards the left-hand flank and in towards the possession of Matvienko. Zinchenko plays it out towards the path of Sudikov. Now Zinchenko again plays it back in towards the possession of Zabani. Goes out now towards Shaparenko, 30 yards out from goal. Played out towards the middle, towards Stepanenko. Now this is Zigankov out towards Konopia. They play it on the underlapping towards the path of Zigankov inside the penalty area on the right hand side, but the ball's going to trickle out of play for a goal kick to Romania. As we have a look at the replay of the goal that Romania scored, it's given away by, and then the Ukrainian defenders just don't react, and then Stanciu from the edge of the D strikes it sweetly first time. The laces of his left foot in towards the top left-hand corner. Nikola Matvienko looking shamelessly as the goal was conceded. 4 minutes of this first half to go. Romania leading Ukraine by a goal to nil here in Group E from the Munich Football Arena on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Stanciu actually was one of 3 top goal scorers in qualifying for the competition. 3 goals to his name in qualifying, alongside Valentin Mihailov and Dennis Albeck, as Ukraine go forward again. This is Mudryk, left-hand side, just couldn't quite get his feet together with his first touch, but then threads it through towards the path of Dovbyk, but it's a fantastic track back defensively by Andrei Bercher to stop Dovbyk in his way, then tries to congratulate him, does Rado Dragusin, but then catches a bit of out-temp Dovbyk in the mix, because he was through a goal, was looking to set himself on his left foot with his first touch on his right, but then Bercher was just able to put the supply line off to the Gerona striker. The ball's going to go out of play for a kick to Romania. 3 minutes plus stoppage time left of this first half to go. Romania leading Ukraine courtesy of Nikolai Stanciu's 29th minute goal to nil here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Reminder that we have Belgium against Slovakia. The other game in Group E from 5 o'clock, Austria-France from 8, as Romania have a player down with a head injury, so the referee Glenn Nyberg is going to stop play. The player down is Marin, who had a altercation with Taras Stepanenko. The 2 number 6s having a bit of a battle on the halfway line, and the manager Edward Iordănescu was saying that Stepanenko connected with his elbow, wanting more than just what is a stoppage in play. Reminder then that Belgium against Slovakia is at 5 o'clock this evening on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Joshua Adu Donker. Austria against France with Fergal Brennan from 8 o'clock tomorrow. Turkey against Georgia and Portugal against the Czech Republic. And then on Wednesday, Croatia, Albania, Germany, Hungary, Scotland against Switzerland. Thursday, Slovenia, Serbia, Denmark v England, Spain v Italy, as the Romanian fans keep themselves entertained with a Mexican rave. Well, they've waited 8 years, haven't they, for the opportunity to play at a major tournament, and they're embracing every second of it. Maybe more concerned looks on the faces of the Ukrainian supporters as they're to get back underway with a drop ball. 90 seconds plus stoppage time to go at the end of this first half. Romania 1, Ukraine 0, the score from the Munich Football Arena. And it is Ukraine who have possession with Zinchenko on the left hand side, 10 yards inside the Romanian half. It goes back on towards the halfway. Now out towards Zabani, who breaks beyond the half, but was being put under pressure by Stanciu, the captain. This is Matvienko in possession. Out towards Zabani once more. It's short in towards the possession of Shaparenko, who's looking to thread it out towards Konopia on the right hand side, but Romania come away with possession. It's going to go directly back in towards the path of Nita, but they're going to win a free kick with Sudikov in down Stanciu and his path back towards his goalkeeper, which will be news to the Romanian fans as we enter the final 30 seconds plus stoppage time of this first half, as the Mexican wave continues to go around the Munich Football Arena. Some people fans of it, some people completely not. I suppose that's a personal choice, a personal preference. Well, Romania moving forward again here towards the edge of the penalty area. It's Coman in possession, who's then brought to ground by Konopia. Then they come away with the ball to the Romanians a second time, but have conceded a free kick, which is taken quickly towards the halfways. Konopia, but it's a very, very rushed pass out to Zigankov as we enter 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half from the Munich Football Arena. Romania leading Ukraine courtesy of Nikolai Stanciu's 29th minute goal to nil. Ukraine, who dominated the opening sways of the game, but Romania have been better since the goal. But here's Ukraine in possession again. Ball threaded forward in towards the penalty area by Sudakov, was looking to find one of Mudryk and Dovbyk, who were making a run in towards the box. In the end, it's going to be marshalled by Rutiu in towards the path of Florin Nita in the Romanian goal. He was just going to use up all the time that he could possibly want in possession, then launch it for Romania. We're very much the ball goes back towards the goalkeeper with a direct route one approach. It's very old school, something we haven't seen particularly in the top European leagues for some time. In some ways it's actually quite refreshing. Ball out on the halfway for Romania with Marin. He's back in towards the possession of Draguș. Out now towards the left hand side and towards Stanciu. Forward it goes in towards the possession of Coleman, who plays it along the line in towards the possession of Marin, towards the halfway in the middle, but it's won back by Zinchenko for Ukraine. This is Stepanenko inside their own half. Final 30 seconds of this opening period here at the Munich Football Arena. Ball goes out in towards the possession of Shaparenko. Direct ball over the top in towards the penalty, looking to find Sudakov, who had two Romanian defenders up against him on that right hand side, including Draguș, who managed just to block him off, and it's a comfortable take for Florin Nita in the Romanian goal, for whom they will be very happy with their first half showing, leading at the break. They had to survive a Ukrainian scare early on, but at half time it is Nikolai Stanciu's goal which separates the two teams. Give away in possession, it was Andrei Lunin who gave away possession for Ukraine. Before then, Stanciu from the edge of the penalty area managing to put the ball in towards the top left hand corner. It was a brilliant strike on his right boot, his 15th international. attacking the left to right of us in this second half in their all blue shirts. Ukraine in they're all yellow shirts. Ukraine all blue in this second half. This is how the teams line up then. Romania 4-1-4-1. Nita, Raciu, Draguș, Berta, Banchu, Marin, Ravlan, Marin, Stanciu, Korman and Draguș as they quickly go on the attack at the beginning of the second half. It's Man with an opportunity, who has an effort on his right foot inside the penalty area. It's just dragged wide of goal. A real good chance at the beginning of the second half for Romania. It was actually Korman, my apologies, who had the effort, got the better of Stepanenko before then flashing it over through the side of his right foot, which just went around about 2-3 yards wide of Andrei Lunin's goal, who ends up between the six for Ukraine. We have Konopet, Zabani, Matvienko, Zinchenko, Stepanenko, Shapanenko, Ganov, Zudakov, Mudryk and Dovbyk rounding off the Ukrainian side. Played a minute of this second half. Romania 0, Ukraine 0 here in this E-Clash from Euro 2024 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. As I say, Nikolai Stanciu's goal in the 29th minute, courtesy of a mistake from the Ukrainian defence. Reason why Romania have the lead in this particular match. It's been a loud, raucous atmosphere at the Munich football arena. Romania with swathes of the crowd, and they've been making quite the racket, but Ukraine at the beginning of this second period pushed over the top on the right hand side. Going to find Dovbyk inside the box, but it's going to be cleared away by the Romanians, and it's going to be Raciu who manages to only half clear it. It's won back by Stepanenko, 10 yards inside the Romanian half, goes back in towards the path of Zabani, who's got Vienko just in behind on the halfway. That's exactly who he does find. Plays it forward along the middle, then looking to shift it out towards the left-hand flank and in towards the path of Sudakov, but the pass into him was just too heavy, and so Romania are going to have a throw-in on the right-hand side, adjacent towards the edge of their own penalty area. Be intriguing to hear what the Ukrainian coach Sergei Rebrov said to his players at half-time. They got off to a good start, but Romania were just happy to play in their 4-1-4-1 shape-up formation and then soak up the Ukrainian pressure before then their opportunity, courtesy of the Ukrainian mistake. And actually, it has to be said, the quarter now or so of the first half after they scored it, they were the better side, really grew into the game, and Ukraine didn't really have a response. Half-time kind of came at the perfect time for them. This is Zinchenko in possession, now towards Mudryk on the left-hand side, midway inside the Romania half, now edging towards the penalty area. He's got Raciu up against him. Mudryk fires the ball in towards the penalty area, looking to find Dovbyk. It's cleared away by Romania. Only as far as Zinchenko, who's going to pick it up loosely on the left-hand side, 30 yards out from the goal. Short towards Stepanenko now, in towards the possession of Matvienko. Stepanenko again, 5 yards inside the Romania half. Play back towards Zabani on the halfway. Flicks it out towards the left-hand flank, in towards the possession of Sudakov, who's got Raciu up against him. Just goes in, right-footed, looking to find his way towards Dovbyk at the back stick. It's cleared away by Romania, who are then going to win a free kick after Korman and down to Van. At least they thought they were going to get a free kick. In fact, play has gone on, and Ukraine had possession on the halfway with Zabani. Played on the line towards Matvienko, who in turn has Zinchenko out on the left-hand side. He also has the underlapping one of Mudryk. This is Zinchenko, 25 yards out, short towards Stepanenko, who steps infield with two defenders up against him, one of them of which coming down to the ground. Ball played out towards the right-hand side, in towards possession of Zigankov. This is Stepanenko, pushing out towards the left-hand side and in towards the path of Sudakov. Brings it infield, may have a go from distance. He does from around about 25 yards out, struck on his right foot, but it was always rising above goal and straight into the Romanian army of supporters. It was Dennis Draguș that just got caught by Stepanenko. Just caught him in the gut a little bit, but they have a little bit of a joke and a exchange about it, all friendly after the event, and Nita will take a goal kick for Romania. 4.5 minutes of this second half gone here at the Munich football arena. Romania leading Ukraine by a solitary 0-0 here in this Group E tie on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. It is Man who has possession for Romania out on the right hand side, playing out to the path of Van Marin, but the last touch the ball was threaded forward, came off from Man, and will go out on for a Ukrainian throw. It's going to be taken by Alexander Zinchenko, left-hand side adjacent towards the edge of his own penalty area. As 5 minutes has passed the second half and the ball's given away. Romania with the ball on the edge of the penalty area. Ball chested down and now played out into the path of Dennis Mann. Ball crossed in on his right foot from the right-hand side, cleared away by the first man at the near post. Mudryk was going to recover the situation, but Rafienko clears it away for a throw. It's going to be taken by Ratiu on the right-hand side, adjacent towards the penalty spot. We short in towards the possession of Draguș. Had two up against him, but managed to get the cross in. Just fails to find Stanciu. He's going to have it now on the edge of the D. He's got two defenders up against him. Back to goal, works his way around Shaparenko before then launching it out towards the left-hand side, but the ball's given away, and Zigankov is driving forwards here for Ukraine. Towards the edge of the penalty area he goes. Going to find options, but he's been forced back around about 10-15 yards. This is Mudryk now in towards the path of Zigankov, this time on the left-hand side. Looks to get the cross in. Last touch coming off of Andrei Ratiu, and it's going to be a corner to Ukraine on the left-hand side. 6.5 minutes into this second half. Romania 1, Ukraine 0 here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Ball to be taken on the left-hand side as Ukraine attack in this second half. Taken short by Mudryk on his right foot in towards the path of Zinchenko. Mudryk again, left-hand side inside the penalty, and now moves in, fields in, then has an effort at goal on his right boot, which takes a deflection out of play, and it's going to be a throw in to Ukraine on the right-hand side, adjacent towards the 6-yard box. 52 gone now. Romania 1, Ukraine 0 here. Group E of Euro 2024 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. It's going to take it short in towards the path of Zigankov. Only half cleared, and Romania now do manage to get the ball away. Driving down this left-hand side is Dennis Mann, played out towards Ratiu. They break him numbers. It's 3-on-3. It goes out in towards the path of Dennis Mann. Cuts inside, edge of the area, but a great recovery one by Dovbyk. But second effort's fired in towards the bottom left-hand corner. It's 2-0 to Romania, and it's Razvan Marin who strikes the loose ball first time on his right boot in towards the bottom left-hand corner. In search of what is only their second European Championship win, they find themselves 2-0 to the goods. 7 minutes into this second half. The Ukrainian fans cannot believe what's happened. Again, sloppy in defence, but Romania taking full advantage of that to open up a 2-0 lead here at the Munich Football Arena. And it is Razvan Marin with a goal. They drove forward at will. It was 3-on-3 as the ball entered the Ukrainian half. The ball initially shifted out in towards the path of Mann. He lost it. It was picked up loosely by Razvan Marin. Round about 25 yards out for goal. Struck first time for the side of his right boot. Past Lunin. It goes between his fingers in the Ukrainian goal. And in towards the bottom left-hand corner it goes. Another inquiry to be had from a Ukrainian defensive standpoint. But as far as Romania are concerned, they find themselves 2-0 to the goods. And it's Razvan Marin, who is fourth international goal, who is in his 56th cap. Man who plies his trade at Empoli in Italy has doubled the Romanian lead, and again it comes at a time when Ukraine would have felt that they found themselves on top in the match. But it's Ukraine that find themselves 2-0 down. It's Romania that hold all the cards in this contest. They now look to come back. Stepanenko in possession, played out in towards the half of Shaparenko. This is Zinchenko, played back in towards the half of Rafienko, who on his left foot from the left-hand side from around about 30 yards out. After the ball in towards the penalty area, towards the back stick, but it's going to be comfortably collected by throwing Nito in the Romanian goal. So 10 minutes of this second half gone in Group E. Romania leading Ukraine by 2-0. Reminder, the other game of this group takes place at 5 o'clock tonight. You can listen to that here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Belgium taking on Slovakia, and then later on this evening from 8, Austria against France. And again, that live with you here on Flash Score. And then both of the games tomorrow, Turkey against Georgia and Portugal against the Czech Republic, are also live matches here on Flash Score. And then we'll have the Copa America beginning on the 20th of June. All that in a second, as Romania have possession on the right hand side, 10 yards inside the Ukrainian half, being played around in the triangle before then Ratiu playing it towards the halfway line. It goes out towards the left hand flank, played short in towards the possession of Burke, who's now moved his way forward, looking to fed it in towards the penalty, cleared away by Mudge, but only half cleared, and it's Stanciu again who's going to have an effort. It's tasted deflection, but it's going to come back out into the path of man inside the area, right hand side, moves in field. It's Ratiu to strike it towards the near post, but parried away by Lunin in the Ukrainian goal. It was struck firmly through the laces of his right boot first time. It was from an acute angle, but it was a decent effort following the first chance from Ratiu. Cleared away, parried away by Lunin. Stanciu with the first chance, Ratiu with the second. The corner's taken short and quick, and it's in towards the path of Dennis Mann, and tucked into the net for a third. It was played across by Dennis Mann, and it was converted from close range, and Romania have a 3-0 lead. And it's all falling apart from a defensive viewpoint for Ukraine. 2 goals conceded in the space of 3 minutes, and Romania 3 goals up, and now look as if they've got the 3 points that will secure an opening win, a first win at these championships in nearly a quarter of a century. Well, the corner was taken quick by Man in towards Stanciu. Man then cuts inside, plays it across, and then it's converted into the back of the net by Razvan Marin, who has hit second goal. Actually, it's Dennis Draguș who converts it home in the end. Man plays it through in towards the path of Draguș, who first time for the side of his left boot tucks it home past Andrei Lunin, who was left in no man's land. And Romania have a 3-goal lead in a game where Ukraine have dominated for large spells, but when they've had their chances, they have just been more likely to take. Dejection on the faces of the Ukrainian players. Romania with a 3-0 lead. Draguș adding a third to the scoreline. 58 minutes gone here at the Munich Football Arena. Ukraine look to go again on this right hand side, but it's cleared away by the Romanians, who face Belgium in their next match. That game taking place on Saturday evening before their final game against Slovakia on the 26th of June. Well, Vitaly Klitschko watching on, the Ukrainian ambassador, and he'll not be too pleased with what he's seen. The heavyweight boxer's seen his side hit with what could have potentially been a knockout punch, and the ball lofted forward out in towards the path of Ilkin Konopio on the right hand side, but it's going to go out of play for a Romanian throw. In terms of total attempts, 9 for Romania compared to the 7 of Ukraine. 5 have been on target for Romania compared to the 2 of Ukraine in this particular contest. And the Romanian fans, who were singing pretty much an hour before the game started, a large wave of supporters came through the gates as soon as they were allowed to be opened here at the Munich Football Arena, and they have not stopped singing ever since. But there is a bit of a concern with the score of their third goal. Dennis Draguș down on the ground, having a slip between himself and, well, he was up against Konopio, who was nowhere near him, and then just pulled something, twanged something as he turned. And Romania here were going to make a couple of changes. Mihalia from Parma in Italy looks set to come on, a pacey left winger, as as we pass the hour mark here in Munich. Romania leading Ukraine by 3-0 here in Group E of UEFA Euro 2024 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. This is Zinchenko in possession on the left-hand side, out towards Mudryk, around about 30 yards out. Played short towards Zinchenko, in towards the penalty area towards Sudakov, but it's cleared away by Romania, and it's Draguș in with the challenge that clears the ball away. Forward he leaps the ball in towards Ukrainian territory, and it's Sabani who's going to knock it back in towards the path of Florian Nita. Draguș was making chase, but now moving gingerly once again. Ukraine with possession on the halfway. Lifting it out is Matvienko towards the right-hand side. Played short in towards the path of Sabani again. Played towards the possession of Stepanenko. Now out towards Zigankov. Lofted in towards the possession of Konopio on the right-hand side. Towards the byline on the edge of the penalty area. But the ball's going to be knocked out of play. Romania will make their first couple of changes, and Ukraine are also going to make 3 changes as well. So strap yourselves in, because it's that time of the game where the commentator has to double check who is on and who is off the field. And the first player to come off is going to be, the first 2 players to come off are going to be Florian Korman and Denis Mann. And they're going to be replaced by Mihalia and Cagy, respectively. The Rangers man still on the books at the Glasgow club. As for Ukraine, they're going to make 3 changes of their own, and it's going to see Stepanenko be replaced by Brajko, Shaparenko and Zigankov, the other 2 to come off. Just there's going to be Brajko, Yaremchuk and Yarmolenko to come on for the final half an hour or so that remains in this one. So 62.5 minutes gone, Romania 3, Ukraine 0 here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Ball fizz forward on this right-hand side. Well, this is one of those confusing parts of the game where the commentator needs to just look down everything, as Ukraine need to move their way forward with Sudakov, who goes down. It's going to be a free kick to Ukraine. It was the Romanian captain Nicolae Stanciu who brought him down to the deck, around about 10 yards inside the Romanian half. So, Ukraine free kick. It's going to be Mudryk over it. About 35 yards out from goal. An essential position. Floats it in towards the penalty area. Flicked away and then fired over the bar by Yarmolenko, who has just come off the substitutes bench. Flicked away initially by Bercher for Romania, for Yarmolenko got his first action of the game. So midway through this second half, Romania leading Ukraine by 3-0. They move forward again in search of a fourth. Cross goes in towards the back stick, but it's going to be cleared away, and it's going to go out of play for a Ukrainian throw. It's going to be taken by Zinchenko on the left-hand side. Reminder that we will also have action from the other game in this group. It's Belgium against Slovakia, and that's tonight from 5 o'clock on the Fast Score live audio commentary service as the ball goes all the way back towards Nita in the Romanian goal. As we enter the final 25 minutes or so here at the Munich Football Arena. Romania leading Ukraine by 3-0. Goals scored by Nicolas Stanciu in the first half, or a couple of goals after the restart by Marin and Denis Draguș. Romania in a commanding position, but Ukraine looking to pull one back. Mudryk on the left-hand side is out in towards the possession of Yaremchuk, back towards Zinchenko, now along the line in towards possession of Sudakov, out to Brashko. It's his first touch of the ball, so he floated out towards the right-hand side, played short towards the edge of the penalty area. Yaremchuk found himself interested, but it's going to be cleared away by Romania. Have the ball in the middle of their own half. It's kind of pinballed around, no one really being able to keep possession, but then with 2 yellow shirts on the floor, they're going to eventually see themselves get a free kick to Romania. Draguș and Marin both throwing themselves down on the day. Razvan Marin, that is, there's 2 Marins. Now we're having a look at the replay of the goal, which was scored by Denis Draguș at the semi-automated offside system, just telling us that there was just a shade in front of the last defender, so he was able to take advantage of the opportunity and to make it 3-0 to Romania. It was a bit of a scramble inside the penalty area from the corner, and Romania are going to get themselves a free kick here on the left-hand side in a promising position, and the first yellow card of the game is going to go to the Ukrainian right-back Yukim Konopila for foul on the substitute Mihalia. So Romania with a free kick on the left-hand side, pretty much towards the left-hand corner flag. 67 minutes gone, Romania 3, Ukraine 0. Two over it, Cagy and Stanciu on this left-hand side. 67.5 minutes gone, Romania 3, Ukraine 0. Stanciu to take towards the near post, looking to catch, Lunin out, and it hits the side netting. Well, he nearly caught him off his line from a corner kick in the first half, and nearly did so again in the second, but it was the side netting that denied him from doing so. Ukraine have been caught out in a defensive sense, that's pretty fair to say. 68 minutes gone, Romania 3, Ukraine 0, and still the Romanians are asking questions as Ukrainian defence. It really is a case of this Romania team being in dreamland right now. It'll be their first win at the Euros since a victory against England back in 2000, which knocked England out of the competition and sent Romania through to a quarter-final, which is their best showing in this particular tournament, their best showing at any major tournament. To make it through to the quarter-finals of the World Cup back in 1994 in the United States, lost out on penalties to Sweden, but this is Ukraine looking to move their way forward with a Romanian player down on the ground, Milo on the deck. The ball threaded through towards the edge of the penalty area. It was Dovbyk with his back to goal. The ball's going to be threaded back in towards the box, only half cleared away by Stanciu. This is Zinchenko, short towards Mudryk. Zinchenko again, Mudryk edge of the D, being pushed to the ground, and it's going to be a free kick to Ukraine towards the edge of the penalty area, just off centre. It was Cagy who committed the foul for Romania. Mudryk trying to bring the ball down with his right foot, looking to bring it inside towards the edge of the box, and then clipped in from behind by Cagy. So, good opportunity this from a good distance for Ukraine to try and get one back. Mudryk, Zinchenko and Sudakov all over it. Four in the Romanian defensive wall. Looks like it's going to be Georgi Sudakov who's going to strike it from here. Zinchenko also over the ball. Mudryk departs that particular conversation. It's around about 20 yards out, just off centre towards the left-hand side with 20 minutes to go. Romania 3, Ukraine 0. Ukraine with his free kick. Sudakov and Zinchenko over it. Sudakov to take, right-footed, takes the deflection off the ball and out of play for a Ukrainian corner on the left-hand side. It was Draguș with a crucial touch that got it away. So Mudryk to take this corner for Ukraine. He's going to swing it in on his right foot from the left-hand side. Just under 20 minutes to go. His team trailing by 3-0. So the kicker, second ball off the field, and now Mudryk ready to take this corner. He swung in right-footed towards the back post where it's flicked away, and it's going to be cleared away by Mihaila, who reacts to the second ball the quickest. Draguș are going to make the one forward on the left-hand side. He does do so, up against Zinchenko out on this left-hand side. He's got two up against him. He goes down to the ground and he wins Romania a free kick. In the end, it was Matvienko who brought him down. Zinchenko was also chasing. It was just clipped from behind, kind of clumsily by Nikola Matvienko. And it's going to be a free kick to Romania on the left-hand side, around about 25-30 yards out from the Ukrainian goal. 71 minutes gone. Romania 3, Ukraine 0. And another substitution. Timčić is going to replace Konopia. So opportunity here for Romania for the free kick, which was swung in by Stanciu, but it's going to be comfortably collected by Andrei Lunin in the Ukrainian goal, for whom starts couldn't really have got any worse than this. Next up for Ukraine is Slovakia on Friday evening, since that's now must win, and then they may have to get a point against Belgium to ensure their place through. They move their way forward here. Sudakov plays it out towards the right hand side, crossed in by Yarmolenko, who's taken the captain's armband on the right hand side by the byline, looked to cut it infield, but it was snuffed out by Draguș, and it's going to be a corner to Ukraine on the right hand side, just stopping Dovbyk in his tracks as he was making the run towards the near post. Another opportunity here for Ukraine from the set piece. They've just found a second wind again, and the play's just going to be temporarily suspended as a Romania fan makes his way onto the pitch trying to hug the captain Nicolae Stanciu. He's being escorted off by three stewards to the left of us, and Romania looks set to make a couple of changes themselves. They look set to bring on Pushkas and Rus for the final 17 minutes that remain. Corner swung in short on the right hand side, comes back out in towards the path of Brashko, looks to bring it back into danger. This is Mudryk on the edge of the penalty area. He's got Stanciu up against, has to move infield, edge of the D. Mudryk slits it through, looking to find its way into the path of Dovbyk, but was shut off by two Romanian defenders, and it's going to be comfortably collected by Florin Nita in the Romanian goal. And again, Romania proud of the defensive duty they've done at the back. Mudryk finding his way forward, but again Dovbyk not being able to be put into any kind of clear daylight, and it was Andrei Bircher who managed to stave off the supply line on this particular occasion. 73.5 minutes gone, Romania 3, Ukraine 0 here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. It should also be noted for Ukraine that when they lose this game, sometimes 3 points in goal difference has been known to be enough to send a team through in what is a tight group. 4 points pretty much almost guarantees qualification. The only way it doesn't do is if all four teams finish on 4 points in the group. This is Sabani, who's probably been Ukraine's standout player. Put it through the middle, the ball goes towards the edge of the penalty area. This is Brashko. Mudryk, cross goes in towards the back post, looking to find the captain Yarmolenko. Dovbyk was also lurking in and around the penalty spot, but Romania do manage to clear their line towards the midway of their half. The ball goes out of play, last touch comes off of Mudryk, and so it's going to be thrown to Romania on the right hand side, but not after they make a couple of substitutions first. Coming off Marin, and he's going to be replaced by Adrian Rus, who plays his football for Paphos in Cyprus. And every single Romania player that's coming off here is getting a round of applause and a hug from everybody, and the other player to depart is going to be Denis Draguș, who scored the third, which looks as if it's going to seal the victory for them this afternoon, and he's going to be replaced by George Pușcaș, who plays for Bari in Italy. His 43rd cap, scored 11 goals in that time, and despite being one of the top scorers in this side, has scored just once since the beginning of the Euro qualifying campaign in March 2023, and so he's been on a bit of a goal drought. His last goal coming against Israel in November. His manager, though, has had his back in and has had previous spells at Reading in England and at Inter Milan in Italy. Romania with a quarter of an hour to go, looking to add a fourth, but the back has gone up for offside, and so Romania are going to have Ukraine are going to have a free kick on this right hand side. Romania 3, Ukraine 0, the score with a quarter of an hour to go here at the Munich Football Arena. Goals by Stanciu in the 29th minute, that's Marin in the 53rd, and Dennis Draguș in the 57th minute. Looks set to give Romania the points unless Ukraine can find an almighty comeback here. This is Yarmolenko right hand side towards the bar on the edge of the penalty area. He's got Bircher for company. Played in field. Now in towards the path for Sudakov, edge of the D, in the middle, strikes one well, and it was initially parried away and spilt by Florin Nita. It looked as if he was almost going to throw it in towards the back of his own net, but manages to gather the ball second time. It was a sweet strike on the right boot of Georgi Sudakov on the edge of the D. Initially spilt by Nita, got a hand to it, but then slipped through it, but then managed to gather it second time round. Really looked to clear the ball forward, but then found Pușcaș in an offside position, and so Ukraine are able to go again from a free kick. It is quickly whisked out to the right hand side and just inside Romanian territory, and again everybody staying back and not afraid to press this Romanian side. This is Mudryk up against Riciu, who's had no joy up against him on this left hand side today. Towards the edge of the penalty area, plays it back in towards the possession of Zinchenko. Now Sudakov threads it through into the path of Yarmolenko. Dovbyk wanted the ball threaded through to him, but Yarmolenko had a go at goal himself. Cleared away by Romania towards the halfway. Now it's knocked down, but then picked up loosely by the captain Stanciu. Forward it goes along the middle, looking to work its way in towards Pușcaș, but it's going to be recovered by Ukraine, who had possession with Luka Canopio, and down on the ground is the captain and the man who's made it all happen, Nicolae Stanciu. It's his opener that got it started for Romania. It was a cheap giveaway by Lunin, and then Dennis Mann played it along in towards the path of Stanciu, who rifled it home first time. And then it was he who set up Dennis Mann for his second assist of the match. Puts the ball home in towards the path of Dennis Draguș to add the third. He has been by far the player of the match. I don't think you need a vote for this particular fixture unless Ukraine can mount an important comeback, but they found themselves in a decent attacking position here. Mudryk unable to get his way past Yarmolenko. And it's going to be a yellow card for this man Marin here for his push down of Mudryk. The edge of the penalty area, managing to put the ball in towards the top left-hand corner. It was a brilliant strike on his right boot. Is the only other player to have been booked in this game. So around about 30 to 35 yards out, just off centre towards the left-hand side. Mudryk of Ukraine looking over a free kick, trailing Romania by 3-0. 79 minutes on the clock. He's going to chip it in towards the penalty area, towards the back post, and parried away in the end by Florin Nita. The flick on was by Yarmolenko in towards the path of Florin Nita, who managed just to get there at the back post. It's a lovely little flick on, just the deftest of touches. But in the end, Nita was able to gather and clear the ball away. Ukraine, though, have it inside their own half. Lofted forward, going to play its way in towards the path of Pușcaș, but the flag goes up for offside against Tim. So 10.5 minutes to go here at the Munich Football Arena. Romania 3, Ukraine 0, the score from this Group E tie from UEFA Euro 2024. Reminder that coming up after this we will have Belgium against Slovakia, that is live from 5 o'clock, and then Austria against France, that is with you from 8 PM this evening. Both of those games live on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Romania with possession, they have it with Cagy, right hand side, low dual ball on his right foot in towards the penalty area, half cleared away by Ukraine. Mudryk looking to drive forward down that side, but Romania managed to intercept, but it's won back by Zinchenko in towards the possession of Sudakov. Lost it forward, right footed out towards the right hand side, looking to find Yarmolenko, but the pass is just going to be too heavy for him, and so it's going to be a Romanian throw in on the left hand side, around about 10-15 yards from the edge of the Ukrainian half. Just under 10 minutes to go here in the Munich Football Arena. Romania 3, Ukraine 0. Reminder that you can see all the post-match reaction on the Flash Score app, which you can download via the Apple App Store or via Google Play, wherever you get your apps from. And if you do want to preview every single game from Euro 2024, we'll have a video preview of every single match via the app as well. Plus all the latest breaking news is available via our notification service. Previews and in-depth analysis of every single game is available courtesy of the Flash Score app. And don't forget that the Copa America begins on the 21st of June, the first game being between Argentina and Canada, and we're going to be bringing you every single game from that particular competition as well, live to you here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. The tournament which is taking place in the United States will bring you the first game of the tournament all the way through to the final, which is going to take place on the 14th of July at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Ukraine moving their way forward on this right hand side in the possession of Nemenchuk, who had two up against him. Romania do manage to clear their lines. On this left hand flank they have it, two Ukrainian players also contested, but it's regathered. It's Stanciu in possession, 10 yards from the edge of the Ukrainian half, being brought down by Yarmolenko, but it's going to be a free kick here to Romania. It looked as if for a second the referee was just going to let play go, but in the end Nyberg, the Swedish referee, decided to pull play back, and Ukraine are going to make their final change. It's going to see Georgi Sudakov be drawn, and he's going to be replaced by Malinovsky. 2.5 minutes gone. Romania 3, Ukraine 0. Ukraine defending a set piece taken by Reggie Draguș of Romania, flicked on by Cagy, one back by the Ukrainians, and played across in towards the path of Ilya Zabany. He has Cagy up, he has Mihaly up against him. Forward it goes out towards the right hand side, in towards the possession of Yarmolenko on the halfway, but it's given away, and Romania looking to press their way forward again. It was threaded through middle by Stanciu. It's a bit chaotic on the halfway, pinball around, but it's Ukraine who come away with it. It's Dovbyk in possession. He's got Mudryk out inside the penalty area. Mykhailo Mudryk strikes it first time on his left foot, but it goes over the bar. First time really that Martin Dovbyk's been able to get into the game, and it was to set up Mykhailo Mudryk. Good driving run through the middle, out towards the path for Mudryk, who made the overlapping run, struck it first time on his left foot inside the penalty area, but he could only fire it over the bar. Meanwhile, concern here for Romania. I told you that Mihaly found himself down on the ground. Well, he's still down on the deck. He got studded by Malinovsky, his first action of the game for Ukraine. And Mykhailo Mudryk also finds himself down on the ground with 6 minutes to go here at the Munich Football Arena, which was built back in 2005 in preparation for the World Cup in Germany in 2006. There's a capacity for German League matches of 74,500, but different regulations for UEFA matches, a capacity of 70,000, and it is a sell-out this afternoon. Most of the tickets going by way of the Romanian supporters, who have made a great noise, a great racket this afternoon. And this will be a day that they will remember very fondly. This is a team and a side that's most certainly moving in the right direction, unbeaten in each of their European qualifiers. That was despite a dismal Nations League campaign where they were relegated down to Group C. And a win here, and not just a win, but the margin of victory in this particular match is going to breed confidence as the tournament goes forward. 1 point for their last 2 games should be enough to see them through to the knockout stage of the competition for the first time since 2000. In their first European Championship since Euro 2016 in France. They are going to make one more substitution just to shore things up very shortly. We're going to see Draguș coming on shortly, but the ball fed through by Ukraine are going to find its way towards Malinovsky inside the penalty area, but it's going to go out of play for a goal kick. And so the final change for Romania is going to see the captain Nicolae Stanciu depart, and what a contribution he has made. He scored the first one and then pretty much served the others on a plate, and he's certainly come up with a goal of the tournament contender with that goal that he scored towards the edge of the D. Shot first time through his right boot in towards the top left hand corner, and he departs to a standing ovation to a Romanian man, woman and child. And he's going to be replaced by Draguș for the final few minutes that remain in this particular match. Draguș, who plays for Rakel Tricolours in the Polish league. This just his 3rd cap for his country. And he has got 3.5 minutes plus stoppage time's worth of work to see out, most of it defensive duty. Mudryk out towards Zinchenko, left hand side, 15 yards inside the Romanian half, goes back in towards the possession of Malinovsky for Ukraine, fired forward, looking to find Dovbyk inside the penalty area, but again being able to get onto anything. And Draguș once again watching him intently as the ball goes out of play for a goal kick. And as Nicolae Stanciu came off the field of play, well, he was celebrating in front of his supporters, trying to cheer him up for the final 2.5 minutes of normal time that remains. Now has taken his place on the bench. You get the sense that should the full-time whistle go in Romania, as it looks like they're going to 3-0 up, hang on to this win, the outpouring of emotion here at the Munich Football Arena is going to be a massive one. It was billed as Ukraine's day, their first match at a major tournament since the invasion 2 years ago, but it's Romania that have very much stolen the show, leading by 3-0 with 2 minutes plus stoppage time at the end of this second half to go. Ukraine trying to build themselves forward, but again this stout Romanian defence just tough to break down. Zinchenko over crossed into the box towards the back stick. Dovbyk again was lurking in there, as was Mudryk. The last touch in the end comes off of Bahali, who's not happy with his defenders because he thought he could have let it go, but he didn't get the call to do so. And so Ukraine are going to have a corner on the right hand side. It's going to be Malinovsky to take, which is going to float in on his left boot. 90 seconds plus stoppage time to go. Romania 3, Ukraine 0 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Malinovsky's corner, which towards the near post, and it was flicked away, and actually it was Puskás who got the touch that saw it away, and for a second it looked as if it was going to divert inside his own net. Manages to clear it out for a corner, this time on Ukraine's left side as they attack. Nita was diving out looking to punch it away, but it's going to be Mudryk to take the corner on the left side, wait for it towards the near post, cleared away at the near stick by Romania. It's going to be picked up on the halfway by Zinchenko, who will head it back in towards the direction of Andrei Lunin in the Ukrainian goal. Zinchenko knocks it out towards the right hand side, flicked on towards the edge of the penalty area. The ball was in the possession of Malinovsky. Ball cleared out by Romania and cleared away by, of course, Stanciu. That's going to be a throw to Ukraine on the right hand side towards the edge of the penalty area as we enter the final 30 seconds of normal time here at the Munich Football Arena. Romania leading Ukraine by 3-0, and as the seconds tick away, more does the hope and the belief, and more do the emotions begin to raise in towards the goal to the left of us. The songs have just subsided for a second, just some nervous energy as we head towards that finishing line, and Ukraine entering the Romanian penalty area. It's pulled back by Dovbyk, who then played the ball out towards Mudryk, played the ball in with his left boot on the left-hand side in towards the penalty area. A comfortable take by Robert Nita in the Romanian goal. Well, we've entered stoppage time at the end of this second half. 4 minutes to be added on at the end of it. Romania leading Ukraine by 3 goals to nil. Nikolai Stanciu with the opener in the first half for 2 quick goals after the restart. Marin in the 53rd and Draguș in the 57th minute. It's given Romania a 3-0 lead. Ukraine came out both the two sides in either half, but have never really responded to the setbacks that they've had in this match. Many were player down on the floor. Dovbyk looking to make possession inside the penalty, and actually it's his fellow number 11, Stanciu, who's down on the ground, who actually collided into his own teammate, Andrei Burchak. Ball played back, Ukraine with possession on the right-hand side, midway inside the the Romanian half. Zinchenko plays it along the line in towards the half of Malinovsky. Chipped into the area by Zabani, in towards the path of Yaremchuk, who has an effort which clips off the crossbar, and over it goes. Probably the best opportunity Ukraine have had in the last 10-15 minutes. Direct ball by Zabani in towards the possession of Yaremchuk, who struck it first time on the laces of his right boot. He'd beaten Burka. Nita was just watching, but it clipped the top of the crossbar and out of play. I should remind you, even if Ukraine, as it looks like they're not going to get the win here, if they can find a late goal, you don't know how crucial that can be, because in this format where the best third place teams go through, goal difference could play a huge part, particularly if it's one of those scoring groups in terms of points. Realistically from here, Belgium to beat both of Slovakia and Romania, and then Ukraine are going to have to get a win against Slovakia at the very least to guarantee a chance through. Realistically, they want Romania and Belgium now to go 6 points and 6, and the other 2 matches and then play each other, that game being irrelevant, and then to have a jostle it out for third spot. Ukraine now looking to finish strongly, looking to find something to send their supporters away happy with for now. This is Malinovsky inside. This is Zinchenko, 30 yards out from goal. His 2 remaining defenders up against it, played out towards Zabani, lofted out towards the right hand flank in towards Yarmolenko. Steps in field, 25 yards out, plays short in towards the possession of Brashko. Now Zinchenko played through towards the edge of the area. Now we're going to find Dovbyk on the edge of the D, but again snuffed out by the Romanian defence. Final minute of stoppage time to go here at the Munich Football Arena. Romania 3, Ukraine 0. This is Mudryk in possession, stepping on the inside of Pushkas, 30 yards out, as a driving in for distance, spilled by Nita in the Romania goal, but he manages to get away and then clear it away in towards the possession of Tiu. Forward it goes in towards the path of Cagy. Ball will trickle out. Well, there's been a couple of nervy moments for the Romanian goalkeeper. She took a slight deflection off the chest of Draguș and then couldn't quite cleanly get to the ball. Thought it was just a comfortable scoop and collect, but because that deflection was a bit more awkward, came off his chest in the end, but manages to see it through. And now as we enter time beyond added time, the 4 minutes are up at the end of this game. The referee blows the full-time whistle, and it is a perfect start for Romania to Euro 2024. 8 years they've been waiting for tournament football. 24 years they've been waiting for a tournament win. And the outpouring of emotion of the Munich Football Arena is there to see. The fans draped in yellow to the left of us going crazy. All the players, the coaching staff come together in a huddle in the middle. A huge moment for them. They've spoken about a journey of rediscovering the heights of the late 90s and the early noughties. Well, this could well be one step in the right direction. It was Ukraine that dominated the early sways of the game. They had more of the possession, more of the chances, but then it was a defensive mistake that saw Romania take the lead. Stanciu taking advantage of a beautiful effort, swung it towards the top left-hand corner on the edge of the D. Then the second half, 2 goals in the space of 4 minutes. The first from Marin, and then the second from Draguș, means that Romania get off to the perfect start. For Ukraine, well, they're going to have to get 4 points in their final 2 matches at least to stand a chance of making it through to the knockout stages. It was meant to be their big day on the big stage, but it is Romania that has usurped them. Full time here at the Munich Football Arena. It is finished Romania 3, Ukraine 0.